an
what he says
important
here.
coda that you mentioned there, that it wasn't only rates of self-reported depression and anxiety, right? Because I know there was a criticism directed at your work by a psychiatrist who pointed out or claimed that the self-report data might be unreliable. There, for example, people can exaggerate their symptomatology. They can be trained to do that. They can do that to attract attention to themselves. There can be competition for psychopathology. That's part of the structure of a contagious psychological epidemic. But
This is why I get frustrated sometimes with people in psychology, brain science world in general, because okay, so when you do psychology 101, one of the things you do is you talk about the history of psychology as a study. So you may start with like the Greek world and strange things that people used to do, like yipping or skipping, spontaneous social behaviors that didn't have a direct plan in them, you know, and so people will identify these weird mimetic, sort of unfoldments happening in society, and then they will note them. The scholarly people in the day will be, you know, it's a hysteria of some kind, whatever. Um, and the sort of dismissiveness of the causality of the human behavior is implicit, right, rather than explicable, which is absolutely fucking insane. The whole point of studying the brain is to understand why people do what they do. And in this field, somebody who is studying neuromorality, for instance, the most important way to do that, okay, and they're lambasted with criticisms that come seemingly from people who have dragged their knuckles actually their entire lives. Like, what is the point of making an argument for the sake of argument? Sometimes an argument has no sake. You are just being an asshole, you know? And this is just it's absolutely fucking insane that you cannot move forward in science until you have dealt with every moron who could come up with a reason why you're wrong. The opposite of, you know, insanity is the doubling down on, you know, the National Academy of Sciences authority, which is not a thing, or, you know, the Royal Society, or, you know, National Science Foundation, Nature magazine, or Science, whatever, some peer-reviewed journal that somehow is a monolith to you in terms of inference. When science moves at a fucking snail's pace, and I don't mean it moves at a snail's pace or matches it, because a snail actually gets to its fucking destination, science fucking doesn't. Jordan Peterson is gracious.